What is going on, everybody? Yours truly, Jay Smoothie, here to give you guys the coverage that you all crave from the football world. Before we get into the picks for Week 7, just going to quickly run through Week 6. You know how we do. Of course, Washington beat Chicago 12-7. I didn't even have that on my board. That's how pointless that game was. Plus, it was a boring watch from the highlights I saw. Let's see. Atlanta beat San Fran 28-14. Kind of surprised by that. Atlanta is 3-3 now, with Marcus Mariota at the helm at quarterback. Kind of surprised. Jimmy G taking a L. The Patriots beat the shit out of the Cleveland Browns 38-15. I got to say, man, Cleveland is a hot and cold team with Jacoby Brissett, which is why Brissett is not the full-time starter. The more I see him play, the more it makes sense as to why he's not full-time starter. Certainly not one of his better weeks. The Browns, of course, falling at that point in time to 2-4. And one of the upsets of the day, I should have seen it coming, and Jets fans, I'm sorry I didn't. The Jets beat the Packers 27-10. New York is looking solid. Breece Hall, excellent rookie running back choice. Zach Wilson is good enough of a game manager to not completely screw it up. And as for the Packers, well, they're starting to feel regret from paying Aaron Rodgers all that money and not paying for weapons or even drafting them. And also Sauce Gardner, of course, wearing the cheese head and just disrespecting the Packers the way they did the Bears. So I know Bears fans are happy about that. Jaguars surprisingly lose to the Colts 34-27. Colts have been struggling all year long, but finally get themselves a signature win. They're 3-2-1. Matt Ryan also threw the ball like 60 times because no Jonathan Taylor, no running game, and somehow they still win. And look at the Vikings, 4-1, beat Miami 24-16 without Tua at the helm. Also, Teddy Bridgewater was hurt in this game. Skylar Thompson, I believe one of their late-round rookie picks, came in to try to help things out at the quarterback position. Wasn't enough. Of course, the Vikings roll on. Even though they're only rolling for right now, I'm waiting for the wheels to fall off there. Cincinnati, the Bengals beat the Saints 30-26. A closer game than I thought it would be. The Bengals really needed this win, considering they have struggled out of the gate and played like the old-school Bengals. Oh, boy, and once again, the Ravens take a lead, and they lose it and lose the game 24-20. They were up, I think, 20-3 at one point, up 17 points. And they let the Giants pretty much score 21 points to come all the way back and win. The Ravens have another home game coming up, and if they lose this home game against the Browns, all hell is going to break loose in Baltimore. A lot of people are already saying, I see why Lamar is not being paid, and, a lot of people are, just back and forth about that. Deshaun Jackson, who is a washed-up wide receiver, has been signed to the practice squad. They made a couple other signings as well, a couple linebackers and some wide receiver named Isabella. The hell of a name for a man. But nonetheless, the Ravens are desperate. And I know Ravens fans don't want to hear it. I know Ravens fans want to keep the positivity, but we only speak reality at Rush Hour and at the Rush Hour Sports Network, which means that the Ravens are struggling. It's a reality. And they need a win, or they need a win this weekend. Like, if there's a must-win game for any team this weekend, obviously a lot of them are must-win games, but for the Ravens specifically, they need this, because if they lose this game right here, all momentum is shot and out the window. They're 3-3 in the division, and they're tied for first, but the glaring holes are right there. As for the Giants, better than ever. Coach D-Ball has got them boys in the right direction. Daniel Jones looking better. Saquon Barkley finally looking like the running back we knew he was going to be coming out of Penn State. And all in all, D-Ball's got them on the right track. Hopefully this can continue for the Giants and it's not a bigger collapse than the Mets, because boy was that embarrassing for the Mets to win all those games and not even make it to the playoffs. Huh? New York needs something. Right now the Jets and Giants are giving them some hope. And I got to say, whether it's the operation with the Jets or whether it's the operation with the Giants, everybody at the Meadowlands, everybody out in Jersey and New York, got to be pretty happy right now. I mean, even in upstate New York and Buffalo, the Bills are playing spectacular like always. But now the Jets and Giants are joining the New York football fray of winning. So let's see if they can keep that up and turn it into something. Of course, The newly divorced Tom Brady lost to a rookie quarterback, 20-18, in the Steelers. Steelers somehow got the win here. The Buccaneers look terrible. Brady yelling at his receivers the way you should be yelling at his kids for being too noisy. But hey, when you choose ball over family, this is the consequence of it. So yeah, they're in the shitter right now. They need to do better. The Rams beat the Panthers 24-10. Baker Mayfield out and injured. P.J. Walker not much better. Robbie Anderson yelled at the interim coach and the wide receiver coach of the Panthers and was traded to the Cardinals right after the game. Goes to show you how much the how bad the Panthers are, and also they're fielding calls for Christian McCaffrey. So if that's not if Robbie Anderson not leaving is not a bigger sign that the season's lost, I would say that pretty much is. McCaffrey's not going to be a Panther much longer. You can count on that. Seattle, once again, Geno Smith outplaying Kyler Murray, 19-9. Seattle, one of my surprise teams of the year. I never thought I'd say this, but Geno Smith is outplaying Russell Wilson, and it's a bit of a miracle. Never saw this coming. Should have seen it coming. But I got to say, man, Seahawks are looking real. Pete Carroll somehow coached them boys up. They're still not in position to win anything significant yet, but I think everything's in the right direction. If things continue like this for the rest of this season, pick up in the next season, maybe the season after, I think the Seahawks may have something. Buffalo, in a classic, beat the Chiefs 24-20. Once again, they come out on top over Kansas City. I feel like when they rematch again in the playoffs, Kansas City's going to get their revenge. That's usually how this works. But nonetheless, Buffalo getting another big win over the Chiefs in regular season prime time. And the Eagles still undefeated, looking like the real deal, beating Cooper Rush in Dallas 26-17. I'll tell you what, Jerry Jones is not smiling anymore with his Botox after Cooper Rush's recent performance. He's ready to put Dak back in there. He was happy for a little bit with Cooper, but now Cooper took the L, and now he's like, all right, Dak, go back in there, buddy. So, Dak Prescott, he'll be back next week. Denver, losing to the Chargers in overtime, 19-16. Once again, Russell Wilson playing like garbage. Even in overtime when they had plenty of chances, the receivers didn't help him out. Russ didn't help himself out. He's looking washed up in there. And the Chargers were able to win the game behind the leg of a kicker who injured his hamstring before the kick. If that doesn't tell you how the Denver season's going, then I don't know what else to tell you. But anyways, it is now time for Week 7, as well as the 4 college football picks. I'll get to those in a moment. Give me the Cardinals tonight over the Saints. They're going to... Well, actually, no. Well, yeah. No. I take that back. Well, actually, thinking about it, I just realized Bernard Hopkins returns for the Cardinals. So, I'm going to go ahead with the Cardinals. I mean, it's tough to pick them because Kyler Murray certainly falls off during this time of the year when Call of Duty has a new map that comes out, and of course old Kyler Murray addicted to the Call of Duty, so much so that the team had to put in a study clause in there just to make sure that he studied his playbook, because that's how deep in Call of Duty he is. So I'm going to go for the Cardinals, but they're about to start falling off starting in November and December. We're going to have to fade them a lot. Oh, the big return of Dak Prescott. He's going to beat up the Lions in his return, and it's a shame because I like Detroit. Colts and Titans, big game for both. I'm going to go for the Colts, man. The Titans seem very fraudulent to me. The Colts are 3-2-1. Looks like maybe they're starting to find their groove. Maybe. Still a lot of questions. Still no Jonathan Taylor, so no running game for the Colts. But the Titans suck enough to where I think the Colts can still win. Giants, they're going to keep rolling over the Jaguars. Surprisingly, they're a 3-point dog. Go for that dog. The Giants are going to beat the Jaguars on the road there. Buccaneers going to beat the Panthers. Panthers have already phoned it in and quit. Browns and Ravens, oh boy. I'm going to need the Ravens to not give up any more leads before I pick them again, so give me the Browns. Sounds insane, but again, I'm going to need the Ravens to not give up a lead if they get one this weekend to the Browns. So I'm going to pick Cleveland because I don't trust the Ravens to hold a lead. Let's see, the Falcons and Bengals. Give me the Bengals over the Falcons. Falcons have been playing well, but this is where the run ends and the Bengals' run continues. Packers and Commanders. Packers were humiliated against the Jets. The Commanders are not going to have Carson Wentz. Even with Carson Wentz, I still pick the Packers. Taylor Heineke, he plays well against the Buccaneers, not against the Packers. Give me the Packers here. And that is 1 o'clock game. So, let's see, Texans and Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. -7 at home. The Texans are going to run right into a brick wall. Jets, Broncos. Give me the Jets. Why are the Broncos favored? I don't get it. The Broncos are trash. The Jets are hot right now. Sounds crazy, but give me the Jets +1.5. Seahawks, Chargers. Give me the Seahawks, man. The Chargers have been shuffling along. They've done okay, but Geno Smith and the Seahawks are surprising me. And I think even with that 5.5-point difference, I think the Seahawks are going to make this a game on the road. Give me the Seahawks over the Chargers. Give me the Chiefs over the 49ers. Chiefs are going to bounce back after losing to the Bills. 49ers, they're starting to feel the pressure without Jimmy G. With Jimmy G and without Trey Lance. Let's see, Steelers and Dolphins. Tua is coming back this weekend. And with that being said, give me Pittsburgh. Tua should not be playing, and yet he's going to this weekend. Give me the Steelers. Bears, Patriots. Give me the Patriots. The Bears suck, and they've thrown in the white flag. Oh boy. Oh wait, this is next week. This is next week. So I think the Sunday night game is the Dolphins and Steelers. Okay. And wait, hold on. Let's see. That's a Sunday night. Monday night, Bears, Patriots. Oh yeah, Patriots are gonna beat the shit out of them. So to recap, Patriots, Steelers, Chiefs, Seahawks, Jets, Raiders, Packers, Bengals, Browns, Buccaneers, Giants. Another upset. I think that'll be like the upset of the weekend, considering I'm like, even though it's 3 points, I'm surprised that the Jaguars are favorite here. The Colts, the Cowboys, and tonight give me the Cardinals over the Saints. After this weekend, that's where everything's going to fall apart for the Cardinals. You all know what time it is, folks. It is officially college football time. Now, what I love about the schedule for this weekend, folks, a lot of big games on tap. Appalachian State beat the shit out of Georgia State 42-17 over the week. Actually, yesterday. They beat them yesterday. So, let me give you guys a play for tonight. Give me, Georgia Tech is 3-3. Virginia's 2-4, but it's only 3 points. Give me Virginia. That's right. Give me those Virginia Cavaliers +3 on the live line tonight against Georgia Tech. I think that play is worthwhile. They're only 2-4 is Virginia, and Georgia Tech's only 3-3. It's pretty close. The majority of the country, 56% has Georgia Tech, 43% has UVA, and it's only 3 points. I don't see why not. Lay the points right there. It'll be a very close game tonight. Now, Friday, Tulsa and Temple. I'm surprised that Tulsa is -13. I'm not going to go Temple there, but it is a bit shocking to me. Let's skip those to Friday. Let's go right to Saturday, baby. Now, I see a lot of good stuff in the top games for this weekend, everybody. Classic example. Call me nuts again. Syracuse, 6-0. Clemson, 7-0, and they're on the road. I know it's 13 points. But if you want a big dog, if you want a big dog for the weekend, Syracuse Orangemen, undefeated, 6-0, number 14, against the 7-0 Clemson Tigers, number 5. Clemson is 7-0, Syracuse 6-0. Clemson's only played one more game, but they're both undefeated. And they both play similar ball, and Syracuse has proven themselves to be a top 20 team. The line is 13.5. That's crazy to me. That's absurd. Give me Syracuse on the road, baby. Syracuse is a big dog. It sounds nuts, but again, if you're looking for a big dog for the weekend, Syracuse over Clemson is the move, everybody. That is the move to consider. Now let's roll down the list now, shall we? I see a lot of good stuff here. By the way, I think Houston's going to beat Navy. I'm surprised that's only 3 points. I would consider betting Navy, but no. It's a bit of a struggle there. Now, this is where things get interesting. Indiana and Rutgers, only 3 points. Indiana had a good game with Maryland, and they played well. They're 3-4. Rutgers 3-3, only 3 points. I'm thinking Indiana, folks. Indiana, Rutgers, close enough to where I can consider Indiana. So Indiana will be the third pick for me. And then let's go to number 4. And at number 4, as we scroll down here. Hold on, let's scroll down all the way. A lot of excellent games this weekend. I think Duke and Miami are going to be a good game. Even though I'm going to leave that off my board, I think that's going to be a fun game to watch. Wow, Notre Dame up big on UNLV on the live line. Holy shit. 27 points. Wow. 27 points. That's so crazy. Let's see, though. Just rolling around. Oh, this is the other one. LSU 5-2. Ole Miss is 7-0. I think this will be a good one. By the way, West Virginia and Texas Tech, that's going to be a high-scoring affair right there. Even though Texas Tech is favored by 6, no defense played in that game. You can bet on that. But this is the one I want to look at. Ole Miss, 7-0 undefeated. Ranked number 7, LSU 5-2, not ranked at all. LSU is favored by 2.5 points. I think that is absurd. The Rebels are 7-0. They've proven themselves. They're the number 7 country, number 7 team in the country. I believe they can beat LSU. This will be their biggest test to date. I mean, hey, they're looking to face a legit juggernaut team here, but I still believe Ole Miss can beat LSU. Plus, they're on the road here, so Ole Miss not going to be easy. But I believe Ole Miss is one of those teams where I look at the line and I say, why? Like with Syracuse, I'm shocked that it's as big of a line as it is with them in Clemson. Ole Miss, perfect example as well. LSU 5-2, Ole Miss 7-0. I feel like Ole Miss is being disrespected. Take that doggy bag, ladies and gentlemen. Take the doggy bag and thank me in the morning. Folks, our 4 dog picks again to recap. By the way, I saw James Madison as well. I was looking at that one, but that line I agree with. So to recap, give me Ole Miss on the road against LSU. Ole Miss over LSU. Give me, scroll up a little bit further here, since they're all spread out apart and whatnot. Oh, no, wait, I think I skipped it. Oh, no, I did not. Okay, so hold on, let me go right back. Let's see, where was it? Okay, there it was. So let's start again. Ole Miss over LSU. That'll be the first pick of the day. Second one is Indiana over Rutgers. Let me get that on the screen here. There we go. So Ole Miss over LSU, Indiana over Rutgers, Indiana +3. A little further up, Syracuse +13.5 over Clemson. That is the big dog pick of the week. I know it's a big margin, but if you want a big dog for your parlay, that is a big dog to consider. And then tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Thursday night's ball, Virginia Cavaliers +3 over the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. I think that'll be a solid move. Everybody, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoy the games this weekend. The full slate of college football action and a full slate of NFL action. I love all of the games this week for both sides. And to be honest with you, I think this is going to be one of the make or break type of weekends, because teams like Maryland, for example, they beat Northwestern this weekend. They're bowl eligible. A lot of teams that have, I believe you need 6 wins to be bowl eligible. It's like 6 or 7. And a lot of teams are going to be winning their bowl eligible games this weekend. So a lot on the line in college. And in the NFL, almost halfway through the season, almost halfway through. And almost halfway through, that's when things ramp up in the second half. So, folks, the action is only beginning. The drama is going to ramp up, and the excitement is only going to intensify. Everybody, is yours truly, Jay Smoothie. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you all next week. And until then, I am out.